Hey everyone, welcome back into Family Porties. Thanks for tuning in again. Hanging out with the puppies here from Lilly and Porter's Litter. Some exciting news, finally having another litter. It's been a minute. We've been patiently waiting, and finally, about a week ago, Lilly had puppies, and they're all doing good. There's 10 puppies, everyone's doing great, coming along very well, and there's 5 boys and 5 girls, so a complete even split. Absolutely beautiful combination of chocolate and white and black and white, and they're just coming along great. Each gender has both colorations, so it's not like there's 6 black and white and 4 chocolate and white ones. So there's kind of an even split all around as far as gender, coloration, size, whole 9 yards. So I'm looking forward to going through, talking about each one and giving you a good idea just how they're doing in general. So they're about a week old. They still have their eyes closed. They're still pretty inactive. Pretty much the first week is super important as far as health and making sure they're taken care of and making sure they're getting along very well as far as getting enough nutrients and bonding with mom and just having a nice settling in period for the first week or two. And then they start becoming a little bit more active and a little bit more able to move around and be a little bit more mobile. So super excited for these puppies. Again, 5 boys, 5 girls. I'm just gonna go through, talk about each one, starting left to right, and I'll start here. I believe the boys are over here on the left, the girls are on the right. So I'll go through talking about each one here. Starting things off with a chocolate male. Got a little bit of white here on the tippy toes in the back, and not much white up front, but he does have some nice white in the chest area. So not a lot of white on the feet, but he does have some white up here, up front, and just overall very beautiful color, very much Porter's coloration. Got a little bit of a milk mustache up here under his mouth. Big yawn there for the little guy. Again, a week old. I mean, these guys are doing great, coming along very well. Moving on, we got boy number 2. We got, again, white socks in the back, a little bit of white going on the front paws, a little bit on the bottom. You got that nice white up front in the chest area, along with a little bit of white on the mouth. Not quite as much as that first one, but still got a little bit going on. These guys can't hear yet. Their ears are closed. Their eyes are still closed. Pretty much what they can do is smell and feel, and they'll pretty much move around according to those 2 senses, and they're definitely enhanced. So at an early age like this, they'll definitely figure stuff out pretty quick just by having those 2 senses. And then normally around 14 to 17 days, they start opening their eyes and getting more acclimated to that. And the first couple days, they're not completely seeing, they're still kind of blurred, and then they'll start opening their ears as well and really get into that. So it's pretty cool to watch and tune in and see how they come along. Moving on to the smallest boy in the litter. He's a black and white. He's got white socks in the back. I'm gonna be very careful, he's small. Got a little bit of the tippy toes covered in the back, a little bit in the front, and then you got that nice white tuxedo up front. I don't know if he'll let me show it off to you. There you go. Nice white up in the front, and then a nice little white chin here, almost kind of going to the top of his mouth too, like around his nose, it's a little bit white. Big yawn there for the little fella. Super healthy. He's just been a little bit smaller overall. There's another girl over here that's a little bit smaller as well, but it's not like they're having any issues or anything like that as far as feeding. So I'm not necessarily concerned about it at this point. So moving on, we have boy number 4. Boy number 4 is black and white, and you got a nice white tip tail here. Socks front and back, kind of more socks than most of the litter. So you got more white in the back, more white in the front, a nice spot up top as well, along with your white blaze in between the eyes. A decent amount of white around the face here. and then a nice tuxedo up front, and a big yawn for the little man. And we're moving on to his brother. That's very similar, extremely similar. He's a little bit bigger and has a little bit more of a stronger curl going on in his coat. Just a difference I noticed between the two, and a little bit more weight. So you got those socks front and back again, a little spot of weight up top, and his collar kind of wraps around like his tuxedo, wraps around the side from the right to moving to the left, and nice amount of weight on the bottom there all around. Beautiful little guy. To end things, I guess, finish things out, round things out with the males. And then we'll get into the girls. So this guy I want to come over here. I'm just going to pop him over here on this side. And we'll start with girl number one. Girl number one is a black and white. You got a little bit of a white tip tail, not much going on there. Some white socks in the back, kind of covering those tippy toes. A little bit on the bottom of her paws here in the front, and just a touch of weight here on the chin, kind of a milk mustache going on here, and then a little bit of weight up front. So very similar to Lilly. She's got very similar coloration to Lilly overall. Not a lot of weight up on her face, a little bit on her chin, a little bit on her chest area, and then not much as far as socks go. So very, very similar to Lilly. And that's girl number one. So moving on to girl number two. She is a complete chocolate, pretty much. She's got a little bit of weight here on the tippy toes in the back, but she's very solid. She's also hungry. I don't know if you can hear that or not. But a very solid chocolate. You got a little bit of weight on the chin here up front, and then a little bit of weight, not much at all. There's just a small patch of weight here at the bottom. She's latching onto my finger. It's the funniest feeling. But beautiful girl here. So if you're looking for a chocolate dominant puppy, there you go. Phenomenal looking girl. So moving on here, I'll keep going. We have a black and white, definitely more weight comparing to her two other siblings. Now you got white socks up front. Let me see if I can show you. She's kind of curled up in a ball. So you got white socks in the back and in the front. There we go. And then her collar area kind of wraps around completely and almost connects up top to her blaze. Now her blaze is a little bit thinner and stretches up over top. And then pretty much her whole underside is covered in white. And then you got the nice milk mustache and beard going on. Beautiful looking girl, black and white. And then we do have one more black and white to talk about, I believe. There she is. Big stretch here, waking up. So she's got another like kind of collar wrapping around here from the right hand side, kind of leading to the middle here, in between her shoulder blades, and a little bit of weight on her face, white socks front and back, and again that underside is pretty much covered in white, leading into that tuxedo and chin area there for you. Okay guys, we got one more girl to talk about here. She's a chocolate and white. If you guys have been following along and know me at all, you know I'm an absolute sucker for it. I love chocolate and whites. I love the combination. The coloring is absolutely phenomenal. I feel like it's complete, I mean, it's clean. It looks very clean. I love it. Not to pick any favorites, but I love this girl's looks. You got a nice white tip tail here, a little bit of a white spot to the side, extending to the collar here. A little bit of white on her face here in the middle, and then her mouth is kind of covered in white. Pretty much her whole underside is covered in white as well. And those socks are more like elbow socks, not your kind of typical short socks. They're kind of extended up to the elbows. So beautiful looking girl there to round things out. So again guys, Lilly and Porter's litter here, they're about a week old. doing very well. There's 5 boys and 5 girls in this litter. I'm super excited to see how things come around, how they kind of get around here in the next 2 or 3 weeks. And of course, leading on later on as well. So super excited for each and every family that's on this list. If anyone wants to get on this list, let me know. I'd love to help you out. My name is Jay Miller here at Family Portuguese. My number is 330-621-3917. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. We'll see you guys next time.